What's going on, everybody? It's Ricky with Video Homicide, back with a channel update. It has been a long time since I've made one. At least it feels that way. And I've watched a lot of movies. I've watched some, comedy specials. I've watched a few videos on YouTube that are sort of like, animated movies. Like I didn't watch them, but I found them on there, the Street Fighter animated films. And, just looking for some sort of adult animation. It doesn't have to be sleazy or anything like that. Sleazy preferably. No, I'm just joking. But, anything kind of like Akira or like Cowboy Bebop or like anything sort of samurai, Afro samurai type stuff. Like I've asked this question in the past and I ask it again. If you guys know of any shit like that, leave a comment of it in this video and then I can fucking find it and watch it. Preferably stuff that's on YouTube, or just leave it. You can find it on pretty much. You type any name of any movie on Google. Like let's say, for instance, The Blob. If you type in The Blob 1998 and then 1, 2, 3, you're gonna find a movie. It's as easy as that. You know what I mean? It's as easy as a Google search to be watching anything pretty much. But with all that incriminating shit, aside, basically anything other like that in like movies is what I'm after for recommendations. But anyways, I feel like I'm rambling on a little bit. It's been a while since I made a video. I want to get back in the swing of things, but time has granted me maybe enough time to watch a few movies a week, man, and that is just, it sucks, but what the fuck can you say, man? But anyways, and for those of you that are still interested, I still have some copies of the zine and the comic for sale with the sticker pack. So go ahead and check out the video on my channel. You'll find out how to do that and how to get it to your doorstep. Hopefully everyone that has ordered so far has got theirs, I hope. The mail is just completely fucked. But I'm pretty sure I know a package came in the mail on Friday. I missed the post office. And I'll check it out tomorrow because I think it closes at like 4 o'clock. But I appreciate whoever sent that. I have a good idea, and I will be making a video on that when it happens. But also my homies Radioactive Blob Fuel, Trash Dash, Danny B, and my buddy Kyle. We've all went in on this art zine that is almost done. Even though I was one that was like, I want to have it done by like November, and here we are in February. But it's almost done. It's just a pain in the ass because I did a bunch of stuff for the background and of the pages, and then I realized it was kind of fucked up. Like after it's just like it's like a thing that only I would notice, but I would notice it. You know what I mean? So I definitely want to go ahead and fix that up. I actually have all the proofs right beside me underneath this ashtray, and I dropped it, so it's all out of whack. But I will give you a sneak peek of the cover, even though it's in black and white. And this is Cinema, I almost said Cinema One, which is a chain store here in Canada. Cinema 187 with the cover. And this is kind of a bit of a exclusive little sneak peek. So whenever I make something like this, I always like to print a black and white copy off. That way, if you see any kind of perfections and stuff, you didn't waste who knows how many dollars on a zine. Like for instance, this isn't complete and this is 17 pages. All right. And when they're 14 cents per sheet for black and white, and they're 40 cents for a color, and it adds up quick and you have tax on it. So I've spent as much as like $5 and $6 on one zine, in color, which sucks. But, if you want it in color, like a lot of my early stuff that I don't even have the project files anymore, like that stuff's Gandhi, and all I have are black and white prints or copies, you know what I mean? And I mean, I could go ahead and I could probably remake them, but I don't want to do that. And I actually have like a binder that's full of all the zines that I've made over the years, all the way back to like 2004, you know what I mean? Like I want to do like this collection overview video of all my books, like I did with the movies behind me here. And I have all my art like set up nicely, but the shelf isn't 100% done yet, so I don't want to do the video yet. So stay tuned for that, because that video was probably going to be much longer, because there's, I want to make it more of an event style video without sounding too fucking Marvel or something. You know what I mean? It's insane to see like all your art like together in one spot. Not everything. Like I've done dozens of paintings that have I've given away, you know what I mean? And like tons of people got some of my art which is cool because I like to know that people have it. I've seen it hang in people's houses and stuff. It's fucking cool. But when it comes to like all the loose leaf stuff, the sketchbooks, even the sketchbooks that I like started and never really finished, I still keep them, you know what I mean? Even if there's only like a couple of drawings. Like for instance, there's one behind me right now, and it's literally got like 4 drawings, but it's where I did that, the iconic videotape drawing that I did one night. I was sitting here with Kayla, and I said, what should I draw? And she was like, draw a VHS tape. So I just did like the outline, you know, and you know how it goes with drawing and stuff, but fuck, man, there's just so much to cover in this video. I feel like I've watched so many movies. You know, I don't have the privilege of like watching as many movies as I used to, but I still try to at least watch a few a week. Like especially like right now, I just started a new job and it's got me going insanely busy. You know what I mean? But I still want to be able to watch a couple of videos. I still want to, or movies. I still want to be able to paint. You know what I mean? I'm working on a painting right now that I started actually when I was on fucking mushrooms, but it's a work in progress. And, you know, I did go ahead and watch all the Star Wars films, and this is over the course of like, you know, honestly, maybe like one a night. And one night, I remember I watched half of one and I watched the rest of the next night. But I only watched the sequel trilogy, which is the new one, which everyone apparently hates, which ones I thought they were perfectly fine. And then I watched the original ones, but I didn't watch my VHS tapes. I watched the ones online, and they're like the extended cut or like the director's, you know, touch-up makeup job on a lot of stuff, and it just looks so fucking dumb. You know what I mean? Like you got like a 1970s film, and then you insert a bunch of CGI. Like imagine if they did that with like The Exorcist. Or the war, like in the middle of the Warriors, instead of like, you know, it shows there's like a million fucking people chasing them. Like the Turnbull AC van, there's like 10 vans like chasing the Warriors. You know what I mean? Like what? It just looks dumb. CGI on old film will always look fucked. It looks fucked in general to me, and I always can spot it out in a flick. And I hate that. I hate that I can spot it out, and you know, it sort of fucking ruins it for me in a way. Like when I can spot the CG. Like if I can't spot it, then bravo. But I remember recently I was watching 3 from Hell. And 3 from Hell has a good special feature on it. It's got a commentary, all that kind of stuff. But most of the blood hits and stuff and shots and stuff, especially later on in the film where you're dealing with like the raid in the little Mexican village, a lot of CG involved. Everything from, you know, baby fireflies, bow and arrow to the blood hits and everything in between. But, you know, it looks pretty good, I would say. Like it's still, you can just tell like CG certain shit, right? But it's shot in a way that's really fun. And Zombie said he really wanted to film it. And like, actually this might have been the commentary on Devil's Rejects, but he mentioned in one of those commentaries that he wanted it to feel like a siege movie or like a Waco, Texas kind of like news program where it's very shot raw. Like it was definitely Devil's Rejects, by the way. It was at the beginning of the film during the siege. There's not one shot that's used twice, or angle rather. There's not one angle used twice, and that's like a long segment. And I really, really like that. And when he called it out, I put it together in my head and I was like, holy fuck, I know, like that's killer diller, you know. And that's when I, you know, really, you know, as of recently, I would say like I had like my little like Rob Zombie kick where I was watching all of his films and having a good time doing it, but it just blows me away that there's so much hate on this guy. You know what I mean? I find it crazy, but whatever, you know what I mean? And I think in time, people are going to be like, wow, like those zombie Halloween films are like amazing, you know? And to me, they are. And even like all of like, it's crazy to say, but like there was a select few remakes from the early 2000s that were just like really cool, man, to me. And like my brother and my cousin, like my dad, like everyone that I watch movies with, like, we had like those remakes of Chainsaw Massacre. People can talk their shit on those films, but that second one, the beginning, that's a good Texas Chainsaw Massacre film. Both of them are good, in my opinion. Like R. Lee Ermey is in there as the Sheriff Hoyt, and especially in the beginning when he gets the sheriff outfit, and he, you know, I love the conversation he's having in the car with the sheriff, because the sheriff goes, everyone's moved, I'm the last piece of law around here, and I'm moving to Detroit next week. So that puts it in his mind that, like, no one's going to know if this guy goes missing. It could have happened anywhere along the road. And now he's Sheriff Hoyt, and he says, oh, fuck, I just killed the entire sheriff's department. I always wonder what that felt like. Like, lines like that, and, you know, to me, like, I hope, I would love to think that that was improv by that actor, because I love him. I love him in Full Metal Jacket. I even love him in Saving Silverman. Like, there's a great line where, you know, long story short, if you've never seen that film, there's a scene where he's hanging out, he's with his buddies, and, you know, they're being chased by the cops, and he's got an Uzi, and he goes, I'd rather go out in a hail of gunfire than go back to the big house. You know, actors like that, they just know how to deliver their lines, and even if it is a goofy film like Saving Silverman, man, still killer actor. But anyways, I want to showcase this again, because I don't know if I got to it, but I knew I wanted to talk about it. Right here, where you see the, I'm not going to put this into focus because it's going to give away, even though you can probably read it anyway, Natural Born Killers, Dawn of the Dead, and City of the Living Dead. But fuck it, I'm actually going to risk it and just focus it in. The old manual. So as you can see, and for some reason, when I printed this off at Staples, like, look how shitty, like, the blacks are like so, I'll give you a better example. Okay, for instance, here's the back of it. Like, look at how, it shouldn't be that blotchy. The images does not look like that, and that's throughout the entire book. 17 pages, 14 cents a piece. But you know what happens when I print these in black and white? I like to, like, proofread them that way, and then print them in color, like I said earlier. But definitely shout out to Danny B, Radioactive Blob Fuel, and Kyle, because we, you know, I want this to actually become a thing. I want all the zines to become a thing, and, like, to me, already knowing that there's a few out there outside of London, like, that are, like, out there in the world, it's cool as fuck, man. So this is like a total, like, you know, me and those guys I mentioned, we just were in a live chat and put this idea together. I'll take credit for saying I wanted to make, like, a poster, like, everyone draw something, and then, like, I'd, like, you know, take it into Adobe Illustrator, cut it out, and then put them all together. And then we were like, fuck, let's make a zine. And then here it is, Cinema 187. So definitely will be finished this. I might even work on it tomorrow a little bit, to be honest with you. I could probably finish it off tomorrow, really. So that might happen. I might not be able to get to the printer, though, tomorrow, because I'll be picking up my girlfriend in the afternoon, and I want to sleep the fuck in, even though I can't really, because I have to do something early in the morning. Well, not too early in the morning, but early enough to piss me off. You know, I'm sure everyone's been through that. Honestly, I cannot get enough water. Well, YouTube, I appreciate everybody for watching the video. Everyone subscribing, staying tuned, all that stuff, because it's fun. Definitely make sure you leave a 666 in the comments. And like I said at the beginning of the video, leave a comment of a video or a movie that you know about that you probably, you are pretty sure I probably haven't seen, because I haven't seen a lot of, you know, there's a lot of shit I haven't seen. And keep it greasy, keep it grimy, you know, exploitation-y. And we'll leave it at that. So, adios.